Hey Aqua, welcome to Lady of the Unknown Oracle. My name is Sophie. For those of you who are brand new to the channel, I hope you enjoy your reading today. If you do, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your love and support. You make what I do possible. I am sending you all of my love. I am so excited to be reconnecting with you today, Aqua. All right, so today's reading is for any and all Aquarius placement, so please take this reading as it resonates. Since this is a general reading, it won't resonate for everyone. Any additional information about me or the channel can be found in the description box below. Today's reading can be applied to any and all situations, including love, career, and personal growth. And with that, Aqua, we're going to jump right into your reading. We're going to start first with some oracle cards to get an idea of the energies at work, the themes at play, any individuals who may be involved. And then we're going to move into the Celtic cross using the tarot, which we will clarify using a second tarot deck. And then we're going to close off with some additional guidance oracle. So let's go ahead and see what energies we have here at work for Aqua. Truth be told, you could be connecting with a Taurus and flexible. So right off the bat, someone is going to be revealing some kind of a truth, okay? Truth be told is about someone opening up their heart to something that they are feeling. This isn't justice energy per se. If anything, it's more like lover's energy. So it's a 14, which reduces to a 5, which is Taurus, is the Hierophant. Okay, so for some, this is just speaking on rules, regulations, agreements to commit. It could just also be a conversation about respect and boundaries, right? But for others of you, this is just about opening up to someone or them opening up to you about how they feel, something they've been keeping kind of bottled up. I'm seeing sort of like the 3 of Swords here, possibly the 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups. It's that energy of having something you want to say. It's weighing very heavily on you, but you just don't know how to say it or when is the right time to say it. But I'm getting here that someone is going to be revealing that to you. With flexible here, right, this is a 19, which reduces to a 10. So this is speaking to some kind of an ending. But with flexible, this is about someone trying to go with the flow. This is very similar to Hanged Man energy. So you could be connecting with a Pisces. But this is about things sort of, you're trying to go with the flow. Someone here is trying to not be so rigid, trying to sort of see if there are alternatives to how they were originally planning to get through this. But what I'm seeing with truth be told is that someone is trying to find the right time to share something really important. Okay, at this point, they have been holding back, not sharing something, but it's because they're trying to find its strategy. There's something important about what they're about to say. Perhaps they feel like the person they're trying to communicate it to has their guards up. So they've been waiting for the right time to share it with that person when their guards are down, when the communication is a bit more open. But whoever this is, Aqua, I feel like they're holding back. They're holding back. They're waiting. So if there's no communication between you and someone, Aqua, it's not that they have nothing to say. They have a lot to say. I think there's a certain element of fear. They don't know if you're going to accept them or accept what they have to say. For some, they're bending over backwards to be someone that they think you want them to be. It's very complex, their feelings. This could be you, this could be them. Okay. What else is this about, please? False person. Yeah, so someone may, again, they're not being completely honest. I'm not getting malicious feelings from this false person. I think this has something to do with an individual involved who is not being completely truthful, but not because they're hiding information. They're waiting for the right time to share this information. And in the meantime, like we just said, there could be somebody who has been pretending to be someone they're not in order to seek the approval or acceptance of somebody else. This almost feels like someone is lying to themselves. Like they don't particularly like pretending to be someone they're not. Mature man. We have another 5. Hierophant Energy. This is somebody who is respected, someone with experience. Okay, this could be an individual that you are connecting with, someone who is more experienced or older than you. Okay. Courthouse, a 23, which is another 5. All right, so there's a lot of maybe paperwork, contracts, agreements, individuals who hold high status. But this is about conflict as well, trying to do what you want within the confines of rules. Aqua, for some of you, you are having just a really difficult time coloring within the lines. There are expectations set in place for maybe how the relationship goes, how the next steps go, you know, what the rules are to play the game, and you're not finding peace with it. For some, this involves contracts. There could be something closing off, a house closing, right? This could have something to do with a house contract or a marriage contract. This almost feels like a proposal to me for Courthouse. For some reason, this is almost feeling like proposal energy, where it's like a plan. There's a plan that's pending, but someone, it's almost like an objection. Someone has something that they want to say before everything is completely signed off and signed over. Pathway. So someone finds this situation difficult, unfulfilling. All right, it's almost like I'm getting this person is looking for the silver lining. They're looking for the light. This person wants to stay. This can be you, Aqua, but I'm getting that this situation is highly complex, so please take it as it resonates. There's somebody involved who is trying to make the best of a tough situation, but they're beginning to wonder if maybe there is a better course of action here. If maybe there's a better direction for you, for them, for the connection, for the situation. This person may be wondering if this situation should be handled differently, if walking away there's an answer, or if you do stay in the situation, if, you know, if there is a solution that you guys can find together. But someone here needs something. They want something. They've been holding back is what I'm getting. They've definitely been holding back. So let's go into the tarot and see what this is. You have a lot of 5s, which indicates chaos, change, lots and lots of change. So let's see what that is about. I do feel the truth is about to be revealed, though. Truth be told talks about releasing what you've been holding back. Whoever this is, they've been holding back for a very long time. And if not for a very long time, it's something very important that should have been expressed sooner. Underneath the deck, we have the 7 of Wands. So this is about standing up for what you've worked for, standing up for something you believe in. This is also about somebody having their defenses up, like we hinted to earlier. Someone may have come off as very defensive, very closed off to communication. Perhaps it has nothing to do with this other person, and what the real issue here is just that someone is so overwhelmed, pushing other things out of the way. They're just trying to keep their head above water, that they haven't had a lot of time to discuss this, kind of like an elephant in the room is what it feels like. Someone's been closed off, not on purpose. It's just complicated. That's what I'm getting. It's just complicated. There are a lot of things happening at the same time, Aqua. There's just a lot of things. I don't think anyone is to blame here. I don't think anyone is to blame. It's just a natural reaction for either you or this person to be a little distracted by the struggle that's happening on the outskirts of this central situation between you guys. So right now, 5 of Cups, right? 5 of Cups is the current energy. Someone here feels like they have to share something. It makes them sad. They feel closed off. For some, this is about feeling rejected, not having things gone their way. This could be disappointment. But I think this is something having to do with detachment. There's distance linked with this 5 of Cups. There's distance here. Someone misses you or you miss them, but there's sadness. Someone wants to be together. And even though you have the 2 cups, right, the person is trying to find the silver lining. They just feel so overwhelmed right now. And please take it as it resonates that this may be you, right? But somebody here definitely is feeling the weight of the silence, feeling the weight of this. But let me remind you, Aqua, right? The fact that you still have these cups standing means that all is not lost. For me, the 5 of Cups is the silver linings card. So while you may have lost some things, you have really important connections still here to support you through this time. The block is the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. There's either been a block to the plan, so like there are plans that you and someone or just you alone have been trying to implement and it hasn't been working out. Something has blocked this entirely from happening, that it's been in progress for quite a while. For others of you, this is that this plan that you have been preparing to put in action is being stopped by somebody. It can also just be this Taurus, this Virgo, this Capricorn, Aqua, who perhaps is working long hours, and so your ability to connect with them is just slowing down to a complete halt. They are working too much or too involved in some other plans to really address the plans that you guys have made. But this is about a plan that should be in motion that has become limited, slowed down to almost a full stop, I'm seeing for many of you. So the best case scenario is the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. If you've been asking yourself whether you will recuperate from this financial loss, the answer is yes. Do not stop. There may be a hiccup in the situation, but definitely try your best not to cling to the sadness of it. Give yourself the space to feel it, but continue to do your due diligence in your job, in your plans, right? All you can do is what you can do. You can only control your actions. So even though your mind is feeling some way and your body is feeling some way, you are still the captain of your ship. You can still choose to make those choices. It is not easy, right? That is oversimplifying. It is not easy, but it is within your power. Okay, so if this is about financial losses, instability, if this is about a partner, right? A partner that you have been trying to be in closer communication with, if this is who you're trying to be in general, just somebody more focused on career situations, or again, just the person you've been connecting with, there's an evolution, right? Because you are at the Knight of Pentacles, but then the best case scenario is the King of Pentacles. So there is an evolution despite this block. So try not to get hung up on the block, because if you continue to push forth, Aqua, you will achieve your goal. Whether it's romantic, business, just relationships in general, your own personal growth, okay? It's within shot. It's within shot, and even though there is a block here and sadness associated with it, these things are not standing in your way of still attaining what you need from the situation. So the reason it's all happening is the 10 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Pentacles can talk about, it's just an abundance. It's an abundance, it's a legacy. I have seen the 10 of Pentacles come out though in the case of a windfall of money that has been lost in a court hearing or some kind of divorce, separation, settlement, something like that. So there may have been an incredible loss of financial stability somewhere along the way. It can also be that somebody is already involved in a high-end or highly committed, I should say, a highly committed situation. So this could be for career. Some of you feel like you aspire to a role that right now is already taken. For others, you're connecting with somebody who you're afraid is still attached. Okay? I'm getting for many of you, though, this is the ending of an attachment. Because with the 10 of Pentacles, yes, it is long-standing, but it's also a 10, which indicates that there is potential for this to move into a new phase, into something new with a different person or a different path. Okay? So, but because of how the current energy is, I'm feeling there was a huge loss of this 10 of Pentacles, a loss of a marriage, a loss of a contract, right? A loss of a long-term goal that you thought was within reach. It still is in its own way, Aqua. Please see that. Even though this has been lost, you are still on track to achieve. You are still on track to have something serious with this person. It's still here. This situation is outside of it. It's external to the central connection at play. Recent past is the Knight of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. This is about something either increasing in speed. Someone may have said something very truthful and it may have been painful, because you do have the Five of Cups now in the current energy. It could be that something with this person ended, and that is the source of this sadness. Coming in, we have the King of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This can be an attorney, right? This can be separation for some. This could be a new person that you're connecting with. This could be eventually this King of Pentacles, this Knight of Pentacles. For some, there's a lot of, there's two knights, two kings. For some, this really is about just having multiple players in your life. This could be a father figure for some, the King of Pentacles, right? And you have this person who's going to be coming in, but due to some kind of tie, something that you're tied to, Aqua, or something that this person is tied to as far as marriage or commitment, a previous contract, they're trying to sever from that, and now you're coming into this new space where they're single or making a really big decision. So it's very complex. There are a lot of moving parts to this, but overall, this is an energy of being objective, cool, calm, collected, being just, being fair, making the right choice, being open about the truth. Okay, so if you have been waiting to hear back from someone, if you have been wondering what their feelings on this have been, if you have been waiting for an answer from the attorney about the contracts, if you've been waiting to see what this outcome will be, you will be receiving that news very, very soon. And just based on what I'm seeing, it's going to be in the affirmative. You've taken a loss, Aqua, but you're still coming out on top. How you see yourself is the Ten of Swords. A lot of burnout, feeling exhausted, being in pain. You're over it. In the environment, you have the High Priestess. This could be somebody that you are connecting with, not realizing that they are holding the key information to your future, right? This is somebody who, it's almost like that hermit energy. Somebody who keeps really important information to themselves and only reveals it at the very last moment. There is someone very powerful in your environment that you're not seeing. It can also be, Aqua, that you are not giving yourself enough credit for following your intuition. It's tough sometimes, most of the time, to make decisions based on that intuitive pull and then feel good about it as things begin to fall apart. But if you feel like you have been doing what you know in your gut and your bones has really been the best thing for you, for those involved, then the way this unfolds, you're going to be happy with it. Because what I'm seeing is whatever you are leaving behind or whatever has left you behind, it was a loss, but on some level it was almost expected. It was almost expected. The fear is the Knight of Wands. So for some, this is about a passionate encounter with someone. This person that you're connecting with, you might be afraid that they are going to be passionate and have sort of like that player energy. For some, this is a fear that you will revert to a player-like energy. But this is also just about inconsistency. The Knight of Wands can be very flighty energy. So for others of you, this is about on and off, hardly getting something off the ground. And if you do, it won't last long enough to really, see if it was worth all the planning you put into it. So it's this fear that it won't last. This fear that it won't last, or it's just so fickle. It's just so fickle that it's not reliable. This person is not reliable. The situation is just for fun, but nothing serious. And in the outcome, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So for those of you where your fear is financial, it will eventually even out. You will eventually feel secure again. Okay? For others of you, if you are connected to somebody that you are looking to disconnect from, remember with the Ten of Pentacles, that could be a separation for some. For sure, with the Nine of Pentacles being what your outcome is, it will be successful. If you're waiting to see what the outcome is, the contract, if that person finally signs on the dotted line, The answer to that is yes. When it comes down to singlehood, stability, and feeling better overall about where you are and what you're doing, the answer to that is yes, a million times over. For some, it's just about getting more comfortable in your own skin, working out more, you know, getting some exercise, eating better, keeping people around you who are good company. Right? There are a lot of people involved. There are a lot of people involved, it looks like. Or if it's somebody that you're connecting with, right? It's just, there's a lot of energies about, you know, someone who could be two-faced or three-faced or four-faced, right? Sometimes it may feel like you barely know this person. For some, this is deeply personal and you are having a hard time just understanding yourself. But in general, the truth is going to come out. A decision will be made. King of Swords is very similar to Justice energy. A decision is made. This person comes through with the answer. And if this is a separation, it will be successful and it won't be prolonged. Underneath is the Five of Swords. So for some, this is just so tiring. It's just so exhausting. For some, you may feel like you are being manipulated in the situation. Somebody does. Somebody feels like they are at a disadvantage, perhaps embarrassed, ashamed, even guilty. I'm getting, for some people, they feel guilty for not having said something sooner or for keeping things bottled up inside. But this is that feeling of defeat, like someone wishes things had turned out better and they feel personally responsible for how this went down. That's how I'm feeling about this. It's more of a feeling of guilt. They wanted more from this, but couldn't or didn't choose it when the time was right, when the time was most important. So right now, we have the Five of Cups being clarified by the Seven of Pentacles. So this is about waiting for something to play out. This is also about a prolonged sadness. The Seven of Pentacles is that feeling of, you know, I've planted the seed, I'm waiting for it to grow, but it's taking so long. Is it worth the wait? And it's with that Five of Cups, it's almost like maybe I've waited too long. Someone is waiting. Someone is waiting to see if their patience will be rewarded. But there's a certain level of disappointment in what they're seeing. I'm seeing for some of you where this is a relationship. You've been together with this person between 5 and 7 years. Right? Perhaps you were planning for the next 5 to 7 years ahead of time, hoping for marriage, hoping for children, hoping for whatever your goals were as a couple. There was something here you've been waiting for, but someone's beginning to wonder if waiting was really the right choice. That's what I'm getting. So here in the block, we have the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and the Three of Pentacles. So for some, this is somebody with whom you are coupled. This could also be someone that you are connecting with who is still coupled. For others, this is just a workplace situation, right? Where there are other people involved. You may work with this person, but the block here is whatever, this could be what is blocking your personal relationships, right? This could be you at work. This could be your job in general that is getting in the way of your personal relationships. Or it could just be something you have been putting a lot of your time into, working with others to achieve. And it's the holdup is just so severe that waiting now is just the source of so much suffering. You're asking yourself, why am I even here? Now, the best case scenario is the King of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. So I'm almost getting this vision of just breaking out and running. Okay, Aqua? It's like someone here is just so exhausted of trying to take the higher road that eventually they say to themselves, all right, well, honestly, I just gotta go. I'm seeing almost like an argument between two people where someone is just beyond, they're just so unreasonable that you can't sit there and spell it out for them. You can't sit there and teach them how to be a decent human being. Like, that's kind of what I'm seeing. It's that feeling of, it even says it on the card, futility. It's like you wish you could do this by the book, but you almost can't because this is a group effort and someone's not pulling their weight. And so to save yourself, things are not going to look pretty, But what's the alternative? You stay and wait and you steep in a situation that isn't worth it. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here is you've been taking the high road, or someone that you're connecting with feels that way. And it's like the best case scenario is ultimately that decision to preserve the self is going to be made. So Aqua, if you've been connecting with someone and you are wondering, well, you know, am I ever going to be in a more stable position? Am I going to be healthier? Am I going to have more money? And am I going to be able to manifest these plans? The answer is yes, but not as long as this situation is still in play. So if this is work, or the person you're connecting with who is not participating in the relationship or in the partnership, for as long as this energy is still in the environment, right, there will be some level of limitation compared to what you know you can achieve alone. And I think that's why ultimately you are going to choose to separate yourself from the situation. Maybe not by leaving outright, but by deciding that you're going to just handle all of these things on your own. 10 of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, so 10 of Pentacles, some kind of ending. Separation, divorce. This could have been marriage for some, a family situation. This could be about a bunch of other people you work with, because the 10 of Pentacles is also community. So just the company you keep, the people who surround you at work, health. Something about this has recently been met with a lot of difficulty. And so because of that, you have been asked, Aqua, to reconsider the people who are on your team. Are these people truly in your corner when times get difficult? Or are you keeping them around because just because they've been around for a long time, or because maybe the version of you in the past was afraid to be alone, but now you're stepping into this energy where you're just like, no, I need to prioritize myself. I need to do what's in my best interest. Right? Because you may be feeling taken advantage of and you're tired of it. In the recent past, we have the Knight of Swords with the Four of Cups. I'm seeing that somebody was bored of revisiting a conversation. Aqua, you were just tired. I'm getting this was you. I feel like you have really spoken your piece over and over and over again to this person or to these people. And it's like they just don't want to hear it. And so you've gotten to the point now where you're tired of sounding like a broken record. And it stinks to say, but you almost have to just save yourself because no one understands. But whoever this is, this Knight of Swords, this person, they just feel like they are saying things, but that no one is really respecting it anymore. They're talking to nobody. It's almost that feeling of what's the point? What's the point? It's like you're being ignored, or this person is being ignored. Someone feels neglected, taken for granted. Their words hold no value. And that's frustrating. That's why with the five of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, this person's like, why am I here putting in all this effort? Why am I putting all this effort in if the person who's supposed to prioritize and make what I'm saying important to them is just looking right past it? So yeah, someone is going to be making a decision. Someone is going to be making a decision about what they want to do from here on out. That person is going to share their opinion. Something they have been keeping inside. 8 of Cups, 2 of Wands, the High Priestess. This person's finally going to release it. But what I'm seeing more than anything is not just the releasing of the truth, because you have that with the King of Swords, that expression. You're also getting action with the 2 of Wands, right? They're taking action. So if this is about taking time to separate, go no contact for a little while, right? For some of you, this person may ghost you, but it's not going to come as a surprise though. If you lose contact with this person, it's not going to be surprising. Now, for those of you where this is like a legal situation, the news this person is going to present to you about the contract is the decision that they have made to leave something to you, to walk away from the house, to walk away from the money. This person feels unfulfilled if they stay with it. So the answer to that is going to be that they want to walk away from that, because for reasons they're not going to disclose to you, they would just rather be alone. They would just rather kind of embark on this next chapter alone. They're not trying to drag anything on. They're prepared to walk away from all of it. right? And they've had this decision in their mind for a while. They just didn't want to share it right away. But in general, this is about receiving some kind of a truth. And if this is you, Aqua, this is you realizing that where you currently are is not satisfying, and that you want to take a different route. And you are at odds right now a little bit with your intuition. Maybe you were, and that was what this conflict was about. But you're beginning to see that for all the times you try to push against that gut feeling, it just drives you deeper and deeper into this feeling of sadness and like you're going down the wrong path. So for that reason, you're almost giving your intuition a chance and saying, you know what? Forget it. Let's go ahead and just do what we've been feeling like we need to do. So it's about choosing a path, choosing a direction, and going with it. How you see yourself is the Ten of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles right here. So for those of you where this person that is being blocked, that is blocking your situation, I should say, you are blocking them. So if this Knight of Pentacles is someone to you, they're the reason for the block, but you see yourself as actively removing them from the environment. If part of you is wondering if you're making the right choice, right, but you've resonated with this reading up to this point, you are making the right choice because they are the reason all of this is being held up. Your understanding of their respect or lack thereof is exactly right. Okay? You also see yourself, if this is not a person, you just see yourself as kind of doing a little bit of a lane switch. Something has gotten in the way of your original plan, so you're kind of chucking it and throwing it out the window and saying, all right, well then let's pick something new, or let's hold off on doing this right now and do it at a better time. Okay? Now what you don't see is the High Priestess with the Hermit. So there is somebody very wise. There is someone very wise in your environment. This is heavy Virgo energy here. This person is very wise. They have answers and experience to this kind of a situation that might really help you get through this. This may also be speaking to, Aqua, your ability to think through this. If you have any heavy Virgo placements, this may be relevant. But for others of you, this is just naturally a part of your understanding. Because Aqua, you are an air sign. You are very cerebral, and you're the water bearers. So you're not only cerebral and use your intellect, but you're also very intuitive. And so this is you sort of reconciling your intuition with your logic. You're trying to it's almost like an internal checks and balances, right? So what you don't see is that you know more than you give yourself credit for. For some, you're wise beyond your years. You're second guessing yourself here when really you're going exactly in the direction that you need to in order for this to work out. Your fear here is the Knight of Wands with the Knight of Cups. So this could be a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio you're connecting with. Is this person's love reliable? Is their partnership reliable? Is this emotional stability and this motivation reliable? You're afraid it's not. If it has to do with this individual that you are on sort of slowly but surely on a no contact basis with, maybe you already are, but I'm seeing that there is someone that you're working with this person, you're partnered with them, right? But if this is somebody who you are slowly kind of pulling away from, or there is a detachment from, it's like that fear of, am I making the wrong choice? Is this fickle? Is there apology to be taken at face value? I feel like this person, if they have been unreliable in the past and have really only come forward with an apology or a display of affection, now that things have gotten really difficult, there might be an ultimatum on the table for you, Aqua, then I'm seeing that yes, they will probably continue to be fickle. Because there's something you know intimately about this person and their inability to hold on to long-standing commitments. At least now, it doesn't make them a bad person, right? But just where they are in life, they aren't quite at that same level that you are. So with the 9 of Pentacles, we have the 6 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, and Temperance. So you could be connecting with a Sagittarius. But yeah, for some, you are going to try to make this work with the person, or they're going to try to make this work with you in the situation. But it's going to look different. It's going to look different. Someone here is going to be more detached. They're going to be more, they're going to be more objective, they're going to kind of draw a line, because you have the 6 of Pentacles. So there's an equal give and take that is achieved here, especially with Temperance. That's moderation, that's patience, that's trying to make things work. So it's just going to look different. Someone here is going to put boundaries up, and they're going to try to do things more on their own as opposed to relying on the other person. So there is a journey of independence here. After this situation concludes, though, after this person shares their feelings on the next steps, they may close back up again. But it's not so much closing up because of dissatisfaction. It's closing up because they are sort of like in a meditative state. They're still not sure exactly what the next steps look like for them. So when this person communicates where they're headed, what they're doing, where they're going, they're not giving you clear answers because they still don't have the answers, if that makes sense. Right? They're just kind of on this solo journey of like rediscovery, trying to figure out who they are, who they want to be, what kind of partner they want to be. And for those of you who are wondering if you're going to make ends meet, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Okay, you are. It may not be the most satisfying work, but you're going to make peace with it, and it'll serve all your needs, and your security will be restored. If you've been having a difficult time with a partner, a change will be made, either because they choose to work on things in the relationship, in the connection, or they walk away from it completely, which frees you up to exploring your potential without them. But in this case, it will be long awaited, and it'll serve you. So what is this guidance, please, for Aqua? Guidance for Aqua. Culmination of vision. This is a 35, reduces to an 8. Culmination of vision. This is like the Magician. Culmination of vision. This is manifestation. This is taking a plan that you've created and putting it into work, and not just putting it into work, but it's this 7 of Pentacles coming to life. It's all the work you have already put in, finally culminating into something. So just remember, Aqua, that just because it doesn't work out the way you planned it, doesn't mean it's not going to work out. That's the message I'm getting for you here. Just because it doesn't work according to plan does not mean it doesn't work out. And one more card, please, for Aqua. Love. Oh, wow. Love is the foundation of your existence, and just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. So this is about making sure that you are giving love, but also receiving it. So if you have been, or someone you're connecting with, Aqua, has been feeling like in some way it hasn't been reciprocal, the love, the affection hasn't been, it's like you guys, there's something that wasn't communicated about expectations for what this love looks like. It brings me back to the love languages, right? You and this person may have different love languages, or have different ways of acknowledging the value, you know, adding to each other's value and recognizing it and acknowledging it. It's important to remember that you are not only worthy of receiving love, but the person you're connecting with as well, if they respect your boundaries, of course, are also deserving of receiving love. So if there's been a disconnect there, then that's worth exploring as well. The intentions may not be bad, but perhaps the languages are different. But you deserve to be loved, okay, Aqua, in the way that you want. So if there is a disconnect there that can't be worked through, just remember that you are okay and you are perfectly fine doing this alone for a while. All right. So Aqua, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you in this reading. I hope you found it helpful. I hope that you find it clarifying. I appreciate this moment to connect with you. If you enjoyed your reading today, please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. If you would like a personal reading from me, you can find a link to my website in the description box below. And yeah, I will see you in the next reading. In the meantime, please, I pray that you stay safe, you be well, and I'm sending you all of my love. Until next time, I'll see you, Aqua.